Okay, everybody. So we are back. So there was a power failure over here. So uh, basically, this was the trade I took today in GBP and I closed this trade at around 7 points, few pips over here at this point. But if I would have just held this trade for much longer, then look, it just went all the way down to 53 pips right now. So this was a pretty good trade over here in GBP because the market has to move down. So that's why this was a pretty good trade. So if we look at here at this point, this candle came all the way down. Now the current 4 hour candle just broke the low of the previous 4 hour candle, and it's also moving down right now. Yes. So let's see where can be our next possible targets. So next possible target can be this area. So market can tap that area. Let's have a look at EuroCAD over here, because now EuroCAD will be making its move. So this becomes a fake out. Now the market is moving up towards this upper trend line, and I think it should be rejecting this trend line and starts to move down. And let's have a look at this point. Yeah. Okay. So we can draw support over here. Okay. Perfect. Extremely good move happened in GBP. But it's alright, absolutely fine. Just made some profits. There is nothing in Euro USD for now. So now Euro USD is just tapped this area, and now it's moving down with this candle. So it made a low, so this is invalid, and it made a low over here. GBP is falling really hard over here. Yeah, look at this move. But the thing is, if anybody is trying to sell GBP right now, just make sure that you wait for this candle to close below this area and then you go for sells. So you just need to wait for 7 more minutes, and if that 7 4 minutes, if it falls all the way down, then it's alright. You just wait for the perfect move to happen, and then you execute your trade. But if this candle gives a rejection and closes back up in the range, then you should be waiting for something to happen, which makes you comfortable in executing the trade. Okay, so now your USD is coming down. So this candle is about to break the low, and I think, yeah. So this is the liquidity grab in Euro USD. So this candle is coming all the way down. Once it breaks the low, I think it should be going down. Let's have a look in 30-minute graph over here. I think Euro USD, we can take execute sells over here when Euro USD crosses this level, because at that point I think it should be good to go for sells. Okay, so this is, yeah, we have a clean candle over here also, so I think that will be a good idea, because right now there is just a mess in Euro USD, and I don't think it will be going anywhere, because the way it's moving right now, there's no volume. And look, in GBP/JPY, it's just rejecting this level. Okay, so let's just analyze Euro CAD over here, because sorry, because in 5 minutes there will be NYSE volume coming in, and anything can happen in that case. So I think sales can be below this area, also below this area. And if we talk about buys over here, then let's see. But the thing is, there is no perfect range at this point. Let's check higher time frames. So this is EuroCAD, and let's just remove all the objects from the graph first. Okay, so this area is really important, because yesterday most of the time market spent on this area only. So I think good buys will be above this level. Yeah. Because right now the market is rejecting this area, and let's see, let's have this thing over here. Okay, so now I understand why market is rejecting this area, because we have low volume area over here, so the market is rejecting the same area, so that means there's a possibility that it might go down, because it's now rejecting this area, so there is a possibility of rejection. So if the next candle wake up and break the low of the current candle, that I think at that point we can execute sells, because it made a low. We have clean range over here, market is coming down. Let's have a look at the bigger time frames. A bigger time frame also, I'm thinking that the bigger time frames will be also rejecting these prices over here, and it should be reversing back from this point. But let's see at the time of NYSE open. Okay, so we had a nice trade today. Let's just GBJPY sells 7 pips, 7.5 pips. Okay, so in 10 seconds this candle will be closing. Delicate situation for GJ. Next candle can also drop. Yeah, I think this 4-hour will be moving all the way down. It's just that if the current 30-minute candle break the low in the first few seconds, then I'm gonna wait for something else to happen, because right now it's not good. It doesn't look good to me, because the market has already made its move from this point to this point. Now if it breaks the low of this candle, then it can reject this area like all these candles over here, and it can go up. So that can also happen. But if it creates a higher wick and then break the low, at that point I'm gonna execute a sell. Look, it just broke the low in the first few seconds. Not even 1 minute passed away. So that means there is a very high possibility that it can go up. But if it doesn't, then it's alright. It's absolutely fine, because it won't be making me comfortable if I executed that trade like that. Oh, look at this move, 4.8 pips down direct. Okay, let's have a look at EuroCAD. Actually, there is no range. No range in EuroCAD. If it breaks this high, then it can go up 8 pips, 9 pips. Let's have a look. EuroCAD can go up to this level, I think, which is 10 pips. So after 10 pips I need, okay, actually I will wait here, because I don't feel comfortable taking this trade over this zone, because there is no clean range in EuroCAD right now. No clean range. So we have a clean range over here. So if I get a chance, then I'm gonna execute a trade over here, somewhere here, because then we have this wick to fill. Let's have a look in the 15 minutes. Okay, let's have a look at the 55 minutes. Yes, so we have this range to fill up. So this is a no trade zone. If the candle starts to go down and break this low over here, then at that point I'm gonna execute a trade, because I think at that point it should be moving all the way down. The reason is, okay, this was 4-hour candle start. Yes, so if this candle breaks the low, that means the 4-hour candle will be breaking its own low, and probability of going down will become high. Yeah, because this will be creating upper wick like this. This was a heavy rejection area. If this candle also rejects this area, then it should be breaking its own low and go all the way down, which will take 1 hour, 30 minutes also down. Yes, I think this makes total sense. So I'm gonna wait for the market to break this low over here, and I'm gonna wait for market to cross above this level so that I can buy. But in between this range, I'm not gonna do anything. And look, GJ is also rejecting. Same thing happening. Yeah, it went 6.5 pip down and then it's going up. So this is something I don't like about setups, because this setup I don't like. I really don't like this setup at all. Now I need something to form in 15 minute or 30 minute or somewhere around, so that I can feel comfortable in taking this trade, because right now it's not comfortable at all. Because look, if I need to wait for this candle to either break its own low, or go up, retrace back up, and then create a low, so that the next candle can move down to fill this low and break the low, something like that. Let's have a look in 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minute is, so now the market is tapping on a low volume area over here, and it's rejecting the same area. So let me just show everybody today's trade. So this was GBP. So this was GBP JPY trade. Took this trade over here, and it went. I closed it in 8 pips. If there was no power failure, then I would have just held this trade for at least 10-11 pips or 15 pips maybe, and after that I would have just closed for 90% and let the runner run. But unfortunately there was a power failure, so can't do anything. Okay, GJ is rejecting. Oh, EuroCAD is coming down. Nice. EuroCAD is coming down, which is really nice. .15 minutes. Okay, 15-minute rejected this area. This candle created a higher wick, broke the low, and so this is 30 minutes. Let's see if the current candle can break the low of the previous candle or not. So I'm gonna execute a trade once this low gets break. Let's make it 550, 950. Yeah. So this will be the execution price for my EuroCAD trade. Oh, look at this rejection in GBP JPY. See how important it is to wait for a candle to close below a zone, and how important it is to for a candle to break the low of the previous candle after a few minutes. All these things creates a confusion for the trader, and most of the traders get trapped into these kind of scenarios. So always wait for a proper setup, and you should be just feeling comfortable while taking the trade, because if you don't feel comfortable, then there is no point of taking any trade. Because if you when you just enter the trade, the point you enter, you starts to feel confusing, you starts to feel some kind of a pressure inside your head for that trade. Let's have a look over here. Yeah, it's perfect now. So now it's rejecting the same area it rejected over here, over here, over here, and this is a heavy rejection zone, right? So now the chances are, if the current candle breaks the low of the previous candle, it will be going all the way down, and once it breaks these levels over here, then this will be the level which is respected. So it can really go all the way down. So now what about the stop loss over here? So if I execute a trade over here, then the stops will be really big, really big. I need to manage that thing. Okay, I'm ready with the trade to take. Okay, so 1 hour candle is rejecting the higher prices, about to break its own low. Let's go back to 30 minutes, because there is nothing in 15 minutes right now. 30 minute I don't know. I'm really confused right now because there is no such direction in EuroCAD over here. Because look, market is just sideways. It's just sideways. Let's have a look at the bigger time frames. Okay, market is just sideways right now. Okay, so let's just start this again. So market was respecting this trend line, broke the trend line, and went up now. Tested the trend line. Now it can go down. If it starts to go down, then I'm gonna enter the sells because it will make sense. And if we see the 1 hour, it tapped once, twice, third time. It broke above. It came back again. Yeah, this is confusing. Okay, let me just draw another information. I think if this current 1 hour candle closes back over here inside the trend line, then it should be going up down over here. So that will give me 16 pips if that happens. Look at GBP/JPY over here. GBP/JPY is just messed up. But the problem is now 15-minute candle has to break this low to continue moving down, and that will make the stops really high. So this candle has to close like over here, so that the next candle can go a little bit up and then starts to move down. Let's see. Oh, EuroCAD is reversing up, and if it breaks this wick, then the chances of going up will increase now because it just created a lower wick. It respected the low of the previous candle. Yeah. Okay, so this 4-hour candle just broke the low of the previous 4-hour candle over here. Hey Dhagvi, how are you? uh Eurocad by impulse, let's see. Yeah, I'm watching this, but there is no range on the left. That's the issue. Plus I don't see any volume in Eurocad today, so just waiting. Because I also think that Eurocad will reject this area and starts to fall down. But if it starts to break this high over here, then there is a high possibility that it can go up. So there is 1 minute left over here, around 1 2 minutes, and the 1 hour candle is also about to close. So this candle will be closing with a rejection. If that happens, then there is no point of buying, because this will be considered as a low and this will be considered as a retracement. So the next candle can reject this area the same like it does earlier, and it can start move down. But if this candle closes outside like it's doing like this, it's closing above uh, 1.50175 level, then when the next candle break the high, I'm gonna take the buy trade. But let's see, it totally depends on how this candle closes. Yeah, this blue line I made because I wanted to sell Eurocad once, because this candle was, I thought this candle will be breaking, it's the previous candle's low, so I will be selling here and market will be moving down to test this low again. But right now 30 seconds remaining. Let's see how this candle will be closing, and after that we will see how we can take this as our advantage. Euro USD is coming down. I'm gonna sell Euro USD below 1.17221. There is nothing right now in GBP JPY. Had a profitable trade in GBP JPY today. So 10 seconds remaining now. Let's see where this candle will be closing, because this is a heavy rejection zone. Okay, so Eurocad 30-minute candle close over here. Let's have a look at the volume thing. Yeah, it just closed outside, not outside actually, the same level. Created a lower wick, about to break the high, but yeah, I think if this candle break this high over here, then it will be a nice thing to buy. So gonna take an impulse trade once the 1 hour candle breaks this high. Otherwise I'll be not taking Eurocad buy. So yeah, Euro USD is also coming down. Eurocad about to break the high over here. Oh, it's about to break the high now. It just broke the high of the previous candle. Yeah, it's rejecting that area. Yeah, it's rejecting that area, so the chances are it should be continue moving down from here. So how can we catch that move? Let's have a look at the 15 minutes. Okay, perfect. So this 15-minute candle broke this high. So if this 15-minute candle break this low, stops will be really big. Oh, GJ is coming down. Nice. So it just created a lower wick. It just created a higher wick. For now, it respected the low of the previous candle. And the way it formed, this setup formed over here, is like it's created a at this point. So if it continues moving up, break this price, then I think at that point I'm gonna enter a buy trade, anticipation of the market to move all the way up. But if in case it breaks the low of the previous candle, I'm gonna sell, because I think at that point it should be moving all the way down to this level first, and after that continue moving down. Let's have a look at, yeah, there is problem. Your EuroCAD is facing problem at this point, because to continue moving down it has to create a bearish candle. There is no volume in Euro USD. This is a really delicate situation right now. Okay, it's about to break the price. Oh, it's moving up again. I'm gonna enter a buy once it breaks the price. Stops. I need to check about the stops. Okay, here we go. Oh, again rejection. Okay, it's coming up again. Oh, again it rejected that area. Just took a buy trade at this point. So this will be 10 pips over here. 50212, 5.8 pips running right now. 212, 212 is, what the fuck? 1.50212 is my execution price. 50, oh sorry, 240. Yeah, this, so this will be 10 pips. Okay, it just went almost, let me just check how much up it went. So it went almost 6.5 pips. So it will be, if it comes back to the entry level, I'm gonna close half. This is stops is around 8.8 pips. 1.50152, 1.50152. Oh, it just tapped 8.4 pips right now. 10 pips touched. Yes, 10 pips touched right now. So I'm gonna hold this trade for much longer. The reason is it just went up beyond these levels. So with volume it can push up. Yeah, 11.5 running. Congratulations everybody who just made some profits in this trade also. But it can come back also. So just be sure if you want to hold this trade. Look at this, it's running here. 13.5 pips right now, 14 pips, 15 pips. Oh nice, 16 pips. Damn, it's huge. It's just running like nice. This area is coming, guys. Keeping stops at break even now. Don't want to take any risk. So we'll be waiting for this area to tap. Let's just recheck the higher time frames. Yeah, this area will be tapped soon. Soon this area also will be tapped. 28, 40 more pips. Look guys, it totally depends upon you if you really willing to hold this trade. Look, I'll hold this trade. The reason is I think this coming down was creating a high, and now it's going back again to test that high. So that can be the case over here also. But another thing also can happen over here is that it can reject this trend line and come back down and close below, and the next candle starts to go down. That can also happen. So just be sure if you want to hold this. I want to hold this, so that's why I'm taking this risk by holding this trade. Full position is running right now. Full position. Because now it just broke above this high also. So I think three more minutes left. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close. GJSL is better, I think, because we broke yesterday's low, and I think if we break up again yesterday's low, then GJ just joined. Any trade called? Yes, Paul SP. I just called this EuroCAD trade. It went straight up 15-16 pips. I'm holding the full trade right now, but if anybody wants to close, he can close. Dark B, I think there was a support formed and market did well at this point. And I really think that market's gonna fill this wick also. It should be going up to this level. I'm running 17 pips in profit. I just closed 90% over here at this point, 17.5, and now my runner is running. I let the runner run. So I closed everything, not everything, I closed 90% at 17.5 pips. So number 2 trade for today, EuroCAD buys 17.5 pips. Why I closed? Because it's reaching a heavy rejection zone over here, so that's why. Look, GBP JPY is doing good right now, but let's see. It starts to reject this area also. Thank you Paul SP. This trade was based on the 1 hour and executed in 15 minutes. Why? Because the thing is, in the 1 hour we can see that we have a clean range that can only be visible in 1 hour, right, for this EuroCAD trade. Because if we look at the 30 minutes, we have this problem over here. In 15 minutes there is more shitty information available in 15 minutes, like this, right? So I saw that in the 15 minutes it just created a support over here. It went up, created a support, and this candle closed bullish, right? So I was about to execute an impulse trade over here first, but then when I saw the left side of the picture, like in 1 hour, I had this thing in mind that maybe market can reject this area, so I need to wait for a candle to break above this wick over here. And when this candle in 1 hour and 15 minutes and in all the time frames, when it broke above this wick, I just executed a trade and it just did its part over here. And look, it's moving up. It's doing really insane right now, really good. I'm running in 20 pips of profit right now. Look here. This will be going all the way up once it starts to break the highs. 22 pips is running right now. It will be going to 1.50504, that's for sure. For sure, 100%. It will be going to that level. GJ is going down, so once it breaks this low, we cannot execute the trade actually, because stops will be really big. Yeah, stops will be extremely big. Oh, that area just tapped. It just tapped that area. Nice. So once it starts to break these highs over here, then trust me guys, this won't be coming down soon. This will be going all the way up, because at that point this wick will be filled once this candle breaks these highs over here. Okay, nice. 25 pips touched over here. 25 pips, nice. That means this 1 hour information was correct. So the third time it tapped on this trend line and rejected that trend line, that means this was a high and it's just going up to test this high. Okay, Euro USD also moving down. Let's have a look at Euro USD. Yeah, it's just moving down now. 9 minutes left here in Euro USD. Let's do one thing. Chart window. Perfect. So Euro USD is crossing this zone over here, which is a really important zone from yesterday. I think it should be continue moving down to tap this low. Let's see. So the previous candle rejected this area. Current candle also coming down. 8 minutes left for the candle to close. I think I need to wait 8 more minutes in Euro USD, because all these previous candles failed to maintain its price below this zone over here. So there is a higher probability that today also it might reject this zone and move up. But according to me, according to this scenario, the retracement has been done. The rejection has been done, and the liquidity grab from the previous support has been done. So the current candle also 4 hour respected the high and broke the low. Now it's going all the way down, filling this wick over here, breaking all these lows. That means the chances of going down are pretty high. But let's see, need to wait for 8 more minutes here. Oh, Euro CAD is getting out of the way now. Nice. 28 pips running in profit. 29, 30 pips. 30 pips running. Look here. I should have just hold this trade with the full lot, because I knew this high was coming, but on the other hand, there was also risk involved. So yeah, it just crossed those highs. It will fill the wick. It will fill the wick and will go over here. So once it taps this area, I'm gonna close the trade. 1.50827 is the TP. Oh, Euro USD is coming down. Euro USD is coming down. 5 minutes left. Let's wait for 5 more minutes. GBP/JPY struggling. What was the TP? Do you provide any other service like signals training? Yes, Paul SP. I have a course running. Right now it's a lifetime mentorship program, and there was a discount running on that course also with 50% off, but that was only for few days, so it just gone. And we also manage accounts. We just don't give the signals because how there's no possibility anybody can copy my signals, because if I just take this trade like an impulse trade I took here and I send a signal on the Telegram or somewhere like buy EuroCAD at this price, when they will see the signal, the market has already made its move. So that's why we don't sell the signals. So we have account management and lifetime mentorship program. So if you need any information, there's a website, you can go there. And check about the course and everything. Hey Nishchal, how are you? Oh, Nishchal just sent a plan over here. Yeah, let's check. You're welcome, Paul SP. So this is GBP/JPY. You are planning to sell below after close. Okay. So you are planning to sell after close of the current 30-minute candle. Let's have a look. So the current 30-minute candle. Okay, so if it closes below this, yeah, that's the same thing I'm also looking for, because once this candle closes below 149.216 level, the next candle will wick up and break the low. But the problem is, Nishchal, that the volume is now will be getting out of the market soon, because we have already passed all the three main volume timings like pre-NY, NY and NYSE open. So now we are about to pass all these three heavy volume times. So the question is, can we trade now after these times? Personally, I will not trade, because I have seen market will show you that it will be going to your way, but when there is no volume now, so it can possibly start to consolidate and will get inside the range again, which will become a fake out to the downside and will go down tomorrow. So I think you should be also waiting for tomorrow. The plan is perfect, everything is perfect. I also want to take this trade, but we cannot. Personally, I won't be taking any trades now. I have done for the day and I'm happy with that, because these kind of opportunities will be coming again and again, so we cannot grab every opportunity. But yeah, in case of Euro USD, I'm gonna enter a trade. Why? Because I'm trading in 4 hours, which is not time dependent. Okay, let's check Nishal's gold plan also. Buy above after close of candle. Gold. Let me just check. Yeah, Paul, let's be sure. What you can do is you can contact me on Telegram at, this is the username. Let me just check my username. Yeah. So this is the Telegram username. You can add me at this, and you can contact me through this. Also, you can contact us through Instagram, Skype, through website, any kind of social media platform. Everything is there on the screen, and if you have any queries, then we will be able to solve your queries once you contact. Okay, so Euro USD over here just closed at this level. So if we look at the left, then I think, okay, this candle is about to close under this zone. Right now it's running in 27 pips, 28, 29. I think I should close this trade now, because it will retrace. Yeah, I'm closing full. So I closed full trade over here. Let's have a look at 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minute is 30 minute. The previous 30-minute candle rejected this area. So, and the previous candles also rejected this area. So to take a buy trade, you should wait for a candle to close above this area. The reason is, you're welcome, Paul SP. The reason is, now it can retrace back, create a support, and then go up. So the runner is closed in 29 pips. The original trade was closed in 17.5 pips. I think today is a pretty good day, so yeah. So once the current 30-minute candle breaks this low, I'm gonna enter a sell. Okay guys, so I'm gonna call it a day over here because I'm done for the day. In Euro USD, I'll tell you where I will be executing sells if anybody is interested in trading Euro USD. So this will be the execution point. 1.17191 will be the level of execution for me, and I'm gonna keep my stops according to, I think I'll see where I will keep the stops. So yeah, take care everybody. I'm calling it a day over here. Let's meet tomorrow. Do not over trade, do not over risk. Just make sure that you save your money today to trade tomorrow. Okay guys, take care.